Welcome to DCL Talk Show Thursday and Division 1. And some of the games are, they reminded um, teams that nobody's um, nobody's invincible in DCL. At least that's what I felt. Okay, and before we get into all the details of the weekend games, and let me introduce the analyst tonight. Welcome to the show, Pradip.
Thanks, Jagan. Another exciting Thursday talking about Division One cricket. I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Somehow Division 2 is more excited than Division 1. That's how I felt.
I
Okay.
think so. I think so too.
Okay, welcome to the show, Murali.
Thanks, Jagan.
Okay, with that, let's get into the games. The first game of the night is Thunderbolts versus Gladiators. Okay, though Gladiators last 7 wickets, they won, but I felt like uh, Thunderbolts really challenged them. At least that's the feel I got. Um, if not for Arjun Ajbani, probably they might have lost, is what I'm thinking. What do you say, Pradeep?
Even even if the scorecard says they lost 7 wickets, I think this was a one-sided game. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the reason is if you look at, yeah, they did lose 2 quick wickets, but the third wicket, they scored 34 runs, and defending 84 in this ball, I think it's going to be hard for any team, regardless of how good they are. All you have to do is play 25 overs, right? You score 3 runs average per over, you're right there at 80. So even though the scorecard says, like you said, 7 wickets, even though, when I saw the scorecard, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Glad's lost 7 wickets. But if you actually drill deeper into the game itself, you will see, yes, Arjun typically plays well in the middle, but they did lose 2 quick wickets early. But after that, it was like, yeah, if you look at it, the third, fourth, and fifth wicket, the game was over, 65, right? They did lose a couple of wickets in the end, which I thought could have made the game interesting. But to me, when you dig deeper into the scorecard and start looking at the details, to me, it looks like a one-sided game. But anyway, so batting first, Thunderbolts won the toss, elected to bat. And their 8-wicket partnership produced the most runs, 23 runs. They did not play the entire 25 overs, even though technically they did because of the extras. Shankar, Shankar, scoring 22 runs in 23 with 1/6, surprisingly. Shankar also scored, double digits, 11 runs. Lokesh and Vinod scoring 9 and 11 runs each. I think Vinod probably held the inning together a little bit early on, but I think it was really the middle order, or towards the end, I should say, that really got them to a decent score. Otherwise, they would have pretty much been wrapped up by 60, 70, I think. Santosh really played a great inning there in towards the middle end, if you want to call it that, who was supported really well by Shankar and Lokesh in the end, and Ananda too, scoring 5 runs of 14 balls. When you lose quick wickets early, it really puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the guys who come later. And of course, as you know, you don't typically expect number 7, 8, and 9 to score runs. And in this particular case, that's really what happened. And that got them to a decent score, 84. But in this ball, I think 84 is going to be hard. And of course, Glad's bowling, Mansab doing what Mansab does, 5 wickets for 13 runs, and Jeet taking 2 wickets for 16 runs, and Tayfur taking 2 wickets. Glads have a pretty good bowling unit, their depth as well. But Thunderbolts, I think, losing those early wickets didn't help their cause at all. Their middle order, top order, middle order completely collapsed. And there was no chance that they could pass the 90-100 score at all. Glad's chasing. Of course, Arjun playing an inning, 31 runs of 31 balls, 100 strike rate. Hardeep and Naeem scoring 12 and 13 runs each. And of course, towards the end, they lost a few quick wickets, but it's the game. I don't really think, even though the scorecard reflects 7 wickets, I don't think they were under any threat of losing this game. And of course, you look at the guys who are remaining. The Glads have a pretty good depth. Now that remains to be seen when they play against good teams. But in this particular case, I think it was really one-sided game, honestly.
Okay. Somehow I felt, for me there aren't any one-sided games, but I like the way you observe the game. By the time you need just 20 runs, they lost 2 quick wickets, and of course they won. But what if there are 3 good balls? It's done, right?
That,
So
you take Arjun out, you're pretty much taking the backbone of their batting lineup. But of course, I don't see Glads having a full lineup in this game. But regardless, you take a few key guys out, right? That's going to put tremendous pressure on the tail end. So, Thunderbolts could have definitely done better, but unfortunately for them, they ran into Arjun and Haldeep and the other guy.
okay, the next one is Detroit Bulls versus Pokeries. Pokeries prevailed. Say it looked exactly like the previous game. Like Bulls scored 99, and they chased it. Pokeries chased it very well, but they lost 7 wickets. So
Yeah.
Murali, your thoughts?
Yeah. So I don't feel this is a close game to Jagan. Why? Because they lost few wickets in the middle, but they got very good start in the while chasing these 99 runs. And the Red Bulls, they won the toss and they choose to bat first. And I see with the there is no very strong partnership that was built in the initial. I see Nikhil scored 30 runs as a opener, 24 runs as a opener, and there is no partnership that was built with him. Along with him, I see everyone getting out with 0 to 5 runs, right? So, but they have a very good partnership in the end. Swapnil and Abhishek, they scored 12 runs and 14 runs each, coming on 6th down and 7th down. That's the same thing which happened in the Glads game too, I think, right? So they put up a score of 99 runs. And coming to the Pogres bowling, we see Manoj Prabhakar, he got 3 wickets for 5 overs, 18 runs and 3 wickets. And Vignesh, he did bowl 4 overs with 13 runs and 3 wickets too. So uh, that's what happened with Detroit Bulls batting. And coming to Pokres batting, they got a very good opening start. When you see Saranraj and Arun Tenakar, both scored. Arun scored 41 out of 40 balls with 2 fours and 3 sixers. Right, it's more than the strike rate. I mean, more than 100 as a strike rate. So which is a very good start. And then they lost a lot of wickets immediately. But at the end, Manoj Prabhakar, he was able to score a couple of sixes for them, and that was they were able to chase the score within 19 overs itself. Yeah.
Okay. With that, let's jump into our next game: Fighters versus Stingers. Fighters haven't lost a game yet. There are only 2 teams in Division 1. They are yet to lose a game: Fighters and then United Raptors. Only 2 teams. Okay, but Stingers, from technically forced into Division 1, they could not match to Fighters. Fighters scored 110, though, and Stingers bundled up for 50. What do you say, Fred?
Sorry, I was on mute. Fighters. This was definitely a one-sided game. To your
Finally,
point,
finally, somebody is agreeing with me.
fight,
Both
you know,
first two
I was,
games, both you and Murali both.
but even though fighters are undefeated, I don't think they've played any meaningful games so far. Nothing against the guys that they've played, Stingers as Legends and MCC Miles, but I think they are not fully tested yet. So we'll see how the season plays out. But anyway, they are unbeaten at the end of the day. They won the games that they should, which is good. But yeah, they won the toss. They did lose 3 quick wickets for 14 runs. That is a shaky start. And the 4th wicket partnership, I believe, is what saved them and allowed them to put a decent run on the board. The 4th wicket partnership was between Moon and Suhesh. Otherwise, I think fighters would have been under tremendous amount of stress. Moon obviously scoring 26 runs of 32 balls. Suhesh scoring 26 of 46 balls. I personally feel that Suhesh played an anchor role in this game, taking his time, recognizing the fact that they've lost 3 quick wickets. It was important for these two guys to stick around and not only defend their wicket but also put some runs on board. When they got out, I think it was Moon who was getting out after that. They were in a pretty decent position at that point. And then, of course, it allowed Mahesh, Anil, and Sai Manoj to kind of come in and play freely. Mahesh scoring 17 runs of 14 balls, Anil with 12 runs of 15 balls, and Sai Manoj 11 runs of 12 balls. So it freed them up to, kind of go play freely and be aggressive. That allowed them to put that 110 runs on board, really. Stingers, they had a pretty disciplined bowling in terms of extras. They only gave 9 extras. That's a veteran team, right? Even though they moved up from Division 2, I think they're a bunch of veterans and they know how to bowl. They try to minimize the extras. And then, of course, Sajan was the best bowler for Stingers. 4 runs for 18 runs, 4 for 18 runs in 4 overs. Jagan, who is a wily veteran, I call them, taking 2 wickets for 11 runs in 5 overs. Best economical figure for Stingers there. Stingers, the batting was a total collapse. The only guy who scored 10 plus runs was Karthikeyan. He scored 15 runs of 23 balls. The highest run, surprisingly, was extras, tied with Karthikeyan. That's 15 runs. So anytime you see the extras being the second highest or even the highest, that's a big question mark. So for Stingers, got a lot of thinking to do strategically in terms of their batting because they are in Division 1. They're going to be facing definitely a lot of good bowling units. Unlike last year where they played somewhat, good teams and not so good teams. So they really need to tighten up their batting in order to make any kind of statement. Fighters bowling, of course, Mahesh, their captain, great all-round performance, 3 wickets for 11 runs and scoring 17 runs. That's a good performance by any captain. Anil Bali Reddy, of course, with 2 wickets for 4 runs. I mean, in 2 overs, that's a pretty good bowling spell, average-wise. And, of course, he also took 2 wickets. Surprisingly, Anil didn't bowl his quota of 5 or 4. Mahesh, I think, bowled only 4 as well. It looks like they were experimenting with their bowling. And, of course, the other bowlers came in and took a wicket each. Surprisingly, it took them 17 overs to wrap up Stinger's batting lineup. And I definitely think they were experimenting with their bowling on that side. So congrats to fighters. Hopefully this should give you more confidence. Legends is a pretty good team. Of course, I said average teams. They haven't been facing competition, but nothing against any of the teams that they've played so far. But fighters remains to be tested, and we'll see how they come out against really good bowling units and really good batting units. So, congrats to fighters on this one.
We'll see next week. Okay. The next game of the night is Stars versus Dynamites. You know, Stars, instead of shining, they are blinking.
Yeah.
They scored 59, and of course, Dynamites, they have given very they lost 6 wickets. Anytime I see wickets more than a couple of wickets chasing 59, um, game can go either way. So, your thoughts, Murali?
Yeah, I see this is a complete Dynamite's bowling dominated game. That's what I would say.
Mm,
Um, yeah, why? Because like starts, they won the toss and they choose to bat first, and Dynamites have very different plans on them. I believe like yeah, Arun Selvaraj he bowled 4.4, almost 5 overs, and just given 6 runs, and there were 24 dots. They also 2 maidens, right? So he put a lot of pressure in the batsman, I believe. So he took 2 wickets too, right? And coming to the starts batting, and I see there is a change in the batting order as well. I mean, like Mahesh Muchala, he was sent on seventh down. I think uh, they wanted to try a new batting lineup here. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, they got a very good. I mean, like not very good. I mean, like decent opening partnership from Prashant. He scored 11 runs out of 12 balls with 1 4 and 1 6. So that's a good start. I mean, as a opener. Mm, and I see Shaker Ahmed. He scored 16 runs out of 30 balls. He stayed there for some time, and there was no partnership that was built with Shaker or Shaker in the middle. That's what everything was collapsed in the middle. I see like everyone got collapsed in the middle. And Rajkumar, he took like 3 wickets. He bowled 5 overs with 15 runs, and and also like Mohammad Hassan, he bowled like 4 overs, 12 runs with 3 wickets. They got three wickets each, and Arun Selvaraj with 2 wickets. So they got in it with like 59 runs, just 59 runs. And then coming to the batting for Dynamites, right? So Akshat Chedda, he opened with a good. He scored like 10 runs out of 11 balls with 1 6er. He gave a decent start there, and then like their wickets falling down. Like I mean, first down, second down, and third down, they got out very quick within like 3 and 2 runs. It means like Stars tried in the middle. I mean, like tried to get them out. They tried their best in the bowling as well, but couldn't succeeded in that. I mean, Cushion and Vinod, they scored 14 and 11 runs each, and yeah, that's how it went. And coming to
Okay.
the Stars
Yeah.
bowling, like, yeah, sorry. Coming to the
Sorry.
boss,
Sorry.
start
Good. Good.
bowling, like, we have like Imtiaz. He bowled like 4 overs with 13 runs and 3 wickets. Yeah, just wanted to note on that. Yep.
You know, can I add something?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Stars this year.
Yeah.
It's surprising to me that I think they've lost both the games they've played so far. Yeah, they have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Stars
don't
haven't
know.
won yet.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of a surprise, a shocker, I should say. But did they lose anybody this year? I can't remember who they lost.
The last
They
their
lost
main
top player.
bowler.
Yeah.
Okay. See all these. Deepak Gariappa, Arun, all
Oh
these.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And yeah, and Shashank too. Yeah, I mean, otherwise, I mean, they still have a core unit that's the same. Yeah, I mean, that team is pretty loaded. So hopefully the rest of the guys show up and play. I see a lot of familiar names in that roster. Yeah, so they better show up and start winning some games. Otherwise, they're going to be on the outside looking in come playoff time.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all I had, John.
Okay. The next game of the night uh, is Local Boys versus KRCC.
Yeah, this was another. one-sided game.
So I don't know whether it is a one-sided game or not. Local boys who won Division Two, and all I can say is welcome to welcome to Division One. Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
when you start your batting lineup, you lose 5 wickets for 16 runs. Your morale, your confidence is definitely going to be down, especially the key players, right? The guys who they rely on all the time to play. That for any team, regardless of who you are, losing 5 wickets for 16 runs has got to be the most demoralizing thing, right? Even with
Mm,
that type of a crazy start, they managed to score 80 runs. That's kudos to them. Senthil and Suryanshir, they took their time. They took the score to a decent score. Suryanshir scoring 17 runs of 36 balls, and Uppalapati scoring 16 of 28. Senthil scoring 14 runs. Without the three contribution, local boys were definitely looking at 40, 50 runs total. Kudos to these guys for coming in and taking it out and putting some runs on board. Not just putting some runs on board, defending their wickets. Otherwise, I don't think they get to 80, right? KRCC, of course, doing what typically they do. They're a pretty good bowling unit. Tamim being the best of their bowlers. Number 444, 4 overs, 4 wickets, 4 runs. That's got to be the best bowling performance that I've seen. I don't know if there is a better one than that. Ahmad Butt taking 2 wickets for 13 runs in 5 overs. Uh, you know, from a batting side, local boys, you got to get a better start, and your key players have to step up, especially against big teams like this. That's when you're truly tested, right? You can go score 40, 50 runs against average teams, but if you're a good batting unit or if you're a good batsman, you're technically supposed to play against the best bowling unit, and that's when you are truly tested. And surprisingly, local boys couldn't do that against a pretty good bowling unit there. For KRCC batting, there was no pressure, in my opinion. Uh, and they got a great start. Muniz scoring 35 runs of 30 balls with 3 sixes, and Ahmed and Ziban kind of wrapping up the inning in the end with 11 and 12 runs respectively. Not a lot to defend there for local boys, but KRCC, that they're one of the best units in my view in Division One as well. And for local boys bowling, Srinivasan and I think Sheikh were the only two bowlers that made a dent in the batting lineup. I'm surprised to see this is another thing that I see constantly, where your best bowlers don't complete the quota defending a low total. Sheikh only
yeah.
bowled. I don't understand. I don't know if he was hurt, but when you're defending a total, you got to bring in your best bowlers and complete their inning at quota. If not, what are you saving them for? I don't understand that. 2 overs, and he was done. And
Mm,
they had the other bowlers show up and bowl 2-2-2, 1-1 over. I just don't understand that idea. I don't know if the captains are overthinking here and trying to prove something to somebody. I don't know what it is, but when you're defending a total of, whatever it is, 60, 70, 80 runs, you have to give your best bowlers the chance to defend your team. That's score. Otherwise, what's the point of playing? Until you're just here to have fun, that's a different story. But if you're there to win, then you got to show the intent to win. And I always see this, and I'm disappointed every time I see this. It's like, I don't know what you're trying to do. Anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox here, but hard luck to local boys. That's a wake-up call. You better show up because now we are playing in Division One. Local boys, I got to give them credit. They do have a pretty good unit, and maybe it was just one of those off days. But hopefully, this will give them something to look back and figure things out and come back stronger for the rest of the season.
yeah, let's hope for the best. The next game
Yeah.
of the night is Detroit Titans versus FCC, and as expected, Titans won. Murali.
Yeah, they pretty much comfortably won this match, Jagan. That's what I can tell.
Yeah.
They won the toss, and they choose to bat, and they really scored. I won't say with this new ball, like it's a good score, but yeah, it's a decent score now. 115 is a decent score. That's what I can tell. They have like very good partnership on the start. And Praveen Dige and Ishan Patel both scored like 32 and 36 runs each opening as a opener partnership, which is a very good start for them, right? So Praveen scored like 32 out of 27 balls with one sixer, and Ishan Patel, I think he scored all the 2Ds here. If you see like 49 balls, 36 runs, no boundaries at all. He scored like completely in the twos and running in the wickets, right? So it's a very good start. And then Kalyan Tanjavur, and then he came on the one down. He scored like 10 runs out of 26 balls. Yeah, that's a pretty decent start for them, and that's it. Like I see everyone getting got out within like 115 itself. So I don't see any score that is having more than like 10 runs right after that. So yeah, and Karthik Ramachandra from FCC, he really bowled good. He took 3 wickets with 4 overs, 16 runs, and 3 wickets. He's the highest wicket taker in that FCC bowling lineup. And coming to the FCC batting, right? I think they lost their like opening batsman within the first ball of the innings. Ashwant, he got out like for the very first ball of the innings, but Nishant, he scored. He has a decent score here. He put up a decent score here, like 17 runs out of 35 balls. And then they got good partnership with one down and second down as well. But after that, like I don't see any scores crossing 2-digit numbers here. They have like couple of duckouts as well, which I think they need to work on their batting order. FCC need to work on their batting order. That's what I can tell from here. And coming to the Detroit Titans bowling lineup, so Rooney Patel, he just given like 13 runs out of like 4.3 overs and took 3 wickets. Yeah, and also they control the extras pretty much here. They just given 12 extras. That's it. Yeah, that's a decent win for Detroit Titans, I would say.
Yep. The next game of the night is MCC Miles versus Indus Thunders. Again, it is one-sided game. But I love my MCC Miles. They lost. You know, they're two good leaders, yet they are fighting in this league, especially in the Division One. So whether they win, they lose, I don't care. I like Miles. Your thoughts, Brady?
Yeah, this definitely is a one-sided game. And I'm just trying to figure out what's the best way to explain this game here. But anytime you have one lone ranger scoring 10 plus runs, and the rest of the team collapsing around him is a bad sign. Prithvi is the only lone ranger who stood up and scored 17 runs, and in the end, Sunil Somawarapu gave him some sort of a partnership opportunity. There are 9 runs. The second highest here is extras. This is kind of going back to that same thing, right? But of course, when you're scoring 60 plus runs, extras most likely will be the second highest score, unfortunately. But yeah, Prithvi was the only guy who, Prithvi and I can say Sunil too, were the two guys who actually got them to 60. Otherwise, the total probably is around 40 to 45. Of course, Indus is a pretty good bowling unit. Nothing to take away from Indus here. Rahul taking 3 wickets. Abhishek Sunkare taking 4. I think Abhishek is a spinner, so it looks like the spin magic seems to be working in DCL this year. And Rohit and Manoj taking 1 wicket each. Surprisingly, I see Dinesh has not taken a wicket yet this year. I think they played 3. Yeah, so that's a surprise, but maybe that's because Dinesh is now the captain. Maybe he's distracted with the captaincy stuff. But that's a little surprising because Dinesh is a pretty good bowler and typically he gets wickets, right? So that was a little surprising observation. On Indus batting, of course, there is, defending or chasing 60 plus for a team like Indus is not that big of a deal, even though they lost 5 wickets. but Manoj scoring, course, Manoj and Radang scoring 23 and 22 each. That pretty much kind of put the game away. And the only two guys who actually put up a fight on the bowling side is Sunil and Praneeth. You see, this is what I like. When you're defending 60 plus runs, your best bowlers, I was talking about earlier, completing the quota, and that's exactly what happened here. Sunil completing his 5-over quota and Praneeth scoring, bowling 5-over, and they were the best bowlers, and rightfully they should finish their quota, right? Defending a small total. I like this approach by the captain. So anyway, hard luck to MCC Miles on this one. Congrats to Indus Thunders on a convincing win. Hopefully Miles will come back stronger. I like Miles too, Jagan. Unfortunately, the few guys. I don't see. Where did I can't remember what's his name? The other batsman for Miles. I didn't see him in the roster. I don't know where he went. But anyway, hard luck to MCC Miles. Hopefully you guys can come back stronger and figure a few things out.
Are you talking about Sanjay?
No, Sanjay went
Sanjay
to Pokhris, right?
Yeah, yeah.
There was. I'm pretty bad with names, so sorry if I offend anybody here.
That's okay. Okay.
You remember he took the game over his dad, Rahul Chenna, right?
Rahul Chenna, he's playing.
Yeah.
He's with Miles. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see him play this game. Well, he did actually. Scored only 6 runs. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The next game is, and the last game for tonight is GLCC versus Strikers. Somebody said it is, it's an upset for GLCC. No, in Division 1, there isn't anything called upset. The team that plays better, they are going to win. Because I was there at the game, so I know how well Strikers played. But I have a question with the scorecard. The Strikers batting at the end. Strikers, Ali Rafi. It is not Ali Rafi. He's some other guy. Shoaib, I think. It was Shoaib who's hit that winning runs. But I need to check. But that's okay. Okay. Murali, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I didn't see this coming. So so yeah, I mean, like GLCC is a pretty good team with that batting order which I'm seeing here. Like they have batting until like ninth down. That's what I can see here. Even 9 down batsmen can hit like pretty good runs here. But yeah,
that is the problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Murali, I think they can bat up to 12.
Yeah.
They can bat up to 12. Take it from me, and yeah. I'll keep my thoughts to the end.
Yeah, sure. But seems like Strikers did a very good bowling performance here, right? Because like only Gagan Singh and Raunak Patel, they scored like 15 and 17 each. Gagan Singh scored like 15 out of 25 balls, and Raunak Patel scored like 17 out of 18 balls, and that's it. There are no much scores after that. I see the extras has the most runs that was given, like only 5 runs. That's it. When coming to the Strikers batting, like I see Sarvesh and Pardip. Yeah, Pardip got up the order. Like I think we spoke about Pardip being played down the order before, right? I think
Yeah.
he played a very decent innings here, like 49 balls, 29 runs, very decent innings. And Sarvesh also scored like 16 runs out of 33 balls, right? And Sujay scored 11 out of 19 balls. Yeah, that's a very good like whatever is needed for this score, right? So they got it very well done. And I see around 9 players bowled for GLCC as well. I think they tried different ways to get the wickets, to capture wickets, but I think they were not able to success in that on that thought, I believe. Yeah.
See, in my opinion,
Yeah.
whenever I see a captain using more I hear a little echo. Is it me or everybody is hearing that?
I'm hearing it too, Butcher.
Okay. Okay. Anytime when I see any team, wow, I don't know what is happening. Something is wrong.
Are you? Do you have a microphone and a phone nearby, or maybe it's the phone? I'm on mute. So Murali, if you want to go on mute, maybe that's the.
Yeah, I'm already on
Murali is
mute.
on mute. Murali is already on mute. It is something wrong with my end only.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Keep talking. I think it went away now.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Something wrong from my end.
No, there's
Okay,
no echo.
that's fine. That's fine. I hear the echo. There's something wrong with me, but wow, it is jump. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Maybe I will do it some other time.
Worry about it. Yeah, if I can add my thoughts to this. Look, at the end of the day, one team has to win, one team has to lose. If GLCC lost, it would have been okay, but I'm concerned about how they lost, right? This to Murali's point, when I saw the scorecard, I was shocked, being all out for 64, and I thought maybe with the bowling attack that GLCC has, this game would be closer, and strikers just took the game away completely from GLCC. Kudos to strikers. They came with a game plan. They executed it. But I would have liked to see some fight in GLCC defending 64, because they're going to be playing a lot of good teams going forward. And if to me, GLCC is one of the contenders this year, right? Based on the lineup that they have, the depth that they have, they can compete against any team in the league. However, I do think that they have a few weaknesses that was completely exposed against the strikers. I think spin bowling, spin attack definitely seems to be a weakness, because I'm looking at the scorecard. Kapil and Badshaw, and I don't know who Badshaw is. There might be a new guy, but Parag is, I think he came from Titans. But anyway, so the guy who did the most damage was Kapil, and Kapil pretty much kind of took the top order away, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. He's top two. But yeah, that to me seems like that might be the weakness they need to work on. But anyway, at the end of the day, I'd like to see GLC bounce back strong, because I'm rooting for GLCC winning the cup this year. So we'll see what happens. But this game was a shocker. 17th game is local.
17th game. The first game of the night. Sorry. The first game of the night is local boys versus stars. This is going to be very interesting because both the teams are struggling. So, Pradip, start from now.
Yeah, I'll go with local boys on this one. I still am not fully convinced about the Stars team yet, so I'll go with local boys. Local boys, this loss from last weekend is probably going to sting them, so I think they're going to come back stronger.
Oh wow, Murali.
I'll go with Stars. I love Stars, and yeah, it's my previous team, so I will go with.
Okay. So Stingers versus Indus Thunders. I'm thinking Indus Thunders will take it very easily. Any objections?
No.
Okay. The next one is MCC Miles versus Thunderbolts. Suddenly the echo is gone.
Yeah, I'll go with Thunderbolts on this one.
Wow, that's interesting. Murali, what do you say?
I'll go with Thunderbolts too.
Okay. The next one is Dynamites versus FCC.
Dynamites for me.
Dynamite for you. I think Dynamite should win this one very easily. Murali, what do you say?
I believe FCC will come back stronger.
Oh boy, Murali is challenging. Legends versus Raptors. Interesting game.
I think this is going to be a close game. I'll go with Legends on this one.
Murali.
I'll go with Raptors.
Hawks versus Knockers.
Wow.
Wow.
A good
This
one.
is
Okay.
going to be interesting.
Interesting game. So,
Yeah,
Pradip,
I'll
what do you
go with-
say?
I'll go with Knockers on this one.
How about you?
I'll go
Murali?
with Hawks. Hawks.
Hawks. Okay. With that, we have concluded the predictions also. We will close the show with the last words from our analysts. I'll start with Pradip.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be another exciting weekend of cricket. Looking forward to some shockers, upsets, because I think that's what makes our job exciting when we talk about those games on Thursday and Tuesday. Hopefully, we have a few of those, and we have two close games. Nail biter. Yeah, that's good this weekend. Play safe.
That's my cocoa clock.
It sounds like it's midnight.
No, it's that's my cocoa clock. But what I did not understand is how my microphone is picking those
Yeah.
from there. I'm totally in different room. Wow. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that one.
Your microphone is too sensitive.
Looks like. Okay. Murali,
Yep.
what's your pick? Oh, sorry. Your last words.
Yeah. So yeah, all the best to all the teams like who are playing for this weekend, and have some good totals and have some good chases, and also if the scores are less, I would like to see those being defended as well. So that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, let's have a safe game, guys. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody enjoy the games. With that, we will conclude tonight's show. Thank you, Pradip. Thank you, Murali. And thank you all listeners. Good night.
Thanks everyone. Bye.
Guys.